Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. Today we are starting Monarch Legacy of the Monsters. Is that right?
Legacy of Monsters.
This is a show that I know Jake has been looking forward to for a long time.
Yep.
I'm a much more casual Godzilla fan than Jake is. Jake is the resident kaiju super fan here at the Raggedy Pack.
As you can tell, all this fucking garbage behind me.
For me, I'll just briefly run through, like, I've seen all of the Monsterverse movies, I think, even the most recent one. And Godzilla 2014 was by far and away my favorite out of those. What is it, 4 or 5? Because there's Kong, there's 2 Kongs.
There's one Kong. Well, there's Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, Godzilla, and Godzilla vs. Kong. So there's 4 movies.
Okay.
Soon to be 5.
Soon to be 5. Godzilla 2014 I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
And Jake has seen a lot more than me, and I'm sure he could talk at length. But if we are just sticking to the Monsterverse, Jake, what's been your kind of thoughts on it?
So, I mean, you know, I grew up during the Great Godzilla Drought, as we would call it, like from 2004 to 2014, where there was nothing Godzilla related coming out. So 2014 was like the first thing in a decade, and the hype was insane. A lot of people aren't like the biggest fans of it, at least in the Godzilla community. I love it. I think it's among my favorite Godzilla movies. Part of that's nostalgia, but I think the tone that it established was so perfect, and this show has had me so excited because it's been the only other thing in the Monsterverse that seems to be trying to emulate that tone. So I've been exceptionally excited for this. I like the other movies a decent bit, but they go more toward the direction of camp, that's great in its own regard. But I think what I want out of the Monsterverse was what 2014 established. So getting more of that has been really, really interesting.
Well, and the thing that I really disliked going from 2014 to King of the Monsters was, like, they tied it into, like, realistic events. And for those people that have been with the Raggedy Pack for a while, you guys know that I love shows that tie themselves into real life events. I just think it makes it seem more authentic and relatable, and I just like that more. And so I really like that they tied in, like, the Fukushima nuclear disaster to Godzilla, and I think that was it. At least it was a nuclear meltdown in Japan, right?
Well, yeah. So you had the Janjira plant, which is like a fake city that's kind of emulating stuff like that. But
it's like this very similar.
Yeah, it's very similar. You have the whole backstory where in the 50s there was like the Castle Bravo nuclear test, and they kind of reworked that, like, oh, they weren't just tests, they were actually trying to kill Godzilla, which is like, okay, that's a really interesting way to.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it feels so much more grounded in our universe, and it all kind of sets up this like weird shadow organization Monarch that's like, oh, everything's a cover up. What other events in this world could have actually just been kaiju that are running amok, or Godzilla causing chaos? So I think that's one of the most interesting parts.
Yeah, and I was just really upset that they kind of strode away from that. And on top of that, I thought the cast that they had in 2014 was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, incredible. And then we get to King of the Monsters, and it's a completely new cast. And so I don't know the reason behind that. Do you?
I really couldn't tell you. I mean, the simplest way, I guess, would just be the story was over for Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen's characters. I mean, Bryan Cranston, spoiler alert, died. So his story was kind of over.
Rip King.
But you had Ken Watanabe and Sally Hawkins as Dr. Serizawa and Dr. Graham, I think was her name, they seemed like they would maybe be the through line between all these movies. Like, they're the link between normal people and the world of the monsters. Because that was really cool in 2014, where they're like, oh, these are the guys that know everything.
Right.
And they've seen it all. And then in King of the Monsters, they both just die.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, they both die. Which is
you
like,
shouldn't be watching this show if you haven't seen at least 2014.
Yeah.
So
they kind of did away with the two, in my opinion, by far most interesting characters in the Monsterverse in the second movie, and then since then it's like I don't know. I mean, in Kong Skull Island, you had John Goodman's character, which was kind of neat, but he's the only other one that I can really pinpoint as being someone that I would like latch onto. Is like, I want to see more of them.
Yeah, for me, I'm really hoping that this is kind of like a soft reboot, in that we can get back to, like you said, the tone that was set in 2014 and build forward to whatever the next one is. What's the next one called?
The next one is Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, and it's probably going to be more goofiness, which I think is going to be interesting. We're probably going to get some tonal whiplash between this and then the next movie comes out in like April of next year. So like, it's going to be 3 months in between this show ending, the next movie coming out, and it's as far as I'm guessing, we know nothing about Godzilla X Kong yet, aside from like potential teasers and stuff. It's probably going to be more the same. It's the same director as Godzilla vs. Kong, some of the same cast. So,
well, in that case, I hope Godzilla -1 is good.
I hope so too. I'm so stoked about that. People watching this might not even know what that is.
Right, but that's the next theatrical release.
Yeah.
And I know that's supposed to be a big one too. But anyway, I think we've rambled enough. We should get into this reaction. But before we do, if you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss our uploads. Episodes 1 and 2 will be coming out basically right next to each other. So if you don't want to miss that second upload, again, hit that notification bell. We also have a Patreon in the description below that you can check out, where you'll get the full-length reaction to this and everything else on the channel, and early access to select shows. And there's a link to join our free Discord where you can come to us and discuss everything Godzilla. And there's links to our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Check all those out down below, and let's get into this reaction.
Let's do it. Oh, okay, we're getting Skull Island stuff.
Hello.
Okay.
Ooh, they're giving like some backstory, so maybe.
Oh, okay, this is from Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
We're getting a little rehash. This is cool, actually.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Oh my God.
A legacy?
Of monsters.
Oh,
who's this?
Oh yeah, I forgot about these wicked things.
Oh yeah, the mother long legs. Oh hell yeah.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really know what it was. I thought it was like a gator.
Oh, it's kind of cool. There's stuff in the Hollow Earth in Godzilla vs. Kong that kind of looks like that. So I guess they're trying to tie all that together, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
So am I crazy, or does he, spoilers, die in Skull Island?
No, he does. He gets chomped on by a skull crawler.
Yeah. So he lives this and proceeds to still bite the dust.
Yeah.
That's mad unfortunate. Well, I guess that explains how that video was acquired.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I find that kind of hard to believe.
I don't know.
30 years, bro? Actually,
listen, Monarch's got some crazy tech.
That's 40 years. I do like that they tied that in, though.
No, that's cool. I was not expecting any Skull Island connections, really. Oh, this is kind of cool. We got like past and future stuff going on, like back to back. That's pretty neat.
I vibe with the music.
Yeah. It's a very different feel from the other Monsterverse stuff, but I like that.
Yeah.
We have to wait.
You have to wait.
What the?
Oh, they're like decontaminating it?
Just before or after?
I'm assuming after. Oh. I wonder if it's because of the radioactivity that leaks off the monsters. So they have to like clean everybody when they travel. Oh yeah, she was in San Francisco.
Okay. That's cool. I was kind of hoping that we'd be set more like during the Battle of San Francisco, but
I feel like we'll have to see some of it at some point.
I agree.
Because they had some of that in the trailer.
Yeah.
Godzilla evacuation route.
Oh, well.
Well, I got stuff all over. And where to go
Yeah.
when Godzilla attacks. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, really?
San Francisco was a hoax. They did it with CGI.
Oh,
No way.
I mean, in a way.
I have a podcast.
That's crazy.
It's with
When
CGI.
the destruction is like so real. People still be like, oh, it's all fake.
So what, you're there now?
There's a helicopter parent.
For real.
And what, Mom?
This is entirely new, I'm pretty sure.
Got it.
Oh yeah, someone new is living there.
Who are you?
Who moves into an apartment and keeps like old photos?
Oh, they're related. Does he live in a double life?
Oh, wow.
Mmm.
Spicy drama.
Mmm.
There was a time where that idea was very entertaining.
What does he mean by that?
Yeah, that's
Tell us it's because you never met the right woman.
What?
Oh.
Make it look easy.
They're like,
Hang on a second. Dude, he's wearing... I think he's wearing a Kansas City Monarchs baseball hat.
Is he actually?
That is hilarious.
That's amazing. I didn't even notice that.
That is so funny.
He totally is. That's amazing.
Yeah. That's a subtle disguise.
Yeah.
Job.
What's the network?
I'm curious. I wonder if it's some kind of like... Oh, they might be looking for Hollow Earth. Because that was a big thing with Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
Where, everyone's trying to like basically go there and figure out like Hollow Earth is actually a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's probably a big thing for Monarch if they're able to prove, oh yeah, all the Titans use this like underground network of tunnels to get across the entire world. Terrifying also, but good to know. So I wonder if they're
Was
talking
Kazakhstan... were they in the USSR?
About, oh, that's a good question.
I think they were. So the Soviets
I wanna
did
say
this.
Because they're talking about like, oh, they burned a hole all the way to hell.
Right.
I'm wondering if they were with the USSR, if they're trying to get to Hollow Earth for some reason.
Right.
Be standing at ground zero.
Oh, now we're back to present day.
Yeah. It is going to be a very time jumpy show, kind of just
Yeah.
split between
全然似てない
the 50s and modern day.
But aren't you even curious who he was cheating on first? Never mind. Mom?
Oh.
Mom!
Oh man,
I wonder if it's like a test.
that's going to cause some massive chaos if this is just a test.
It's got to be a test. There's no way he'd show up now.
Well, because I'm being a little continuity nerd. In King of the Monsters, they mentioned that he hasn't shown up since the San Francisco attack. So I'm curious, yeah, if it's maybe like a false alarm or a test, or if it's just gonna break continuity. a little bit.
Retcon it.
Yeah, or maybe it's just a different Titan entirely.
Here we go. This is what I want. Mmm.
That's cool.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Oh, that's so
that takes
cool.
me back. That's so good.
so cool.
Just casually flinging debris.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's traumatizing.
I know that word.
Saying something.
Sorry.
She's okay. I'm sorry. See, I took 2 semesters of Japanese in college. I should know something.
I've just watched the anime.
Get about the same out of it.
Wow. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Awful, but so cool.
Oh yeah. Compared to the newer MonsterVerse stuff, it's like, oh man, yeah, people actually are traumatized by these monsters showing up and wrecking stuff.
People actually are dead.
Yeah,
Like a school bus full of kids.
just dropped.
Whoa.
Oh. Oh, are they Muto eggs from 2014?
Well, this is like a nuclear plant.
Oh yeah. It could have been feeding on it.
She's going.
Yeah, she's already halfway down.
About this. Okay.
Billy's right.
She's right.
Oh wait, his name is Billy.
It's gotta be her.
That's
What are you doing?
Is he John Goodman's character? Like 30 years in the past?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Bro's like
He's so-
regretting every life choice.
He is so jealous of it.
Like, why did I come on this?
It has to be a drill or something, right? There'd be a footstep at least. Just go back to normal. I guess this is a really cool thing to tackle. Like, yeah, how does the world actually change after something like this goes down?
Yeah, well, from our perspective,
Devilcraft, craft beer and pizza. That sounds awesome. I want to go there.
Your birth month, my day. Your mother's month, my mom's day.
Oh. Simple.
Do you know how many different versions that combination?
I know, yeah. That's 4 to the 4th power. Different variations you can make.
Oh, this is
Oh, that's what they fished out of the ocean, right? That seems like a huge apartment for Tokyo. Based on what I know, at least. Which is not much, granted, other than small apartments.
It kind of looks like your crib.
Come on, mine's a little less grungy than that. I was literally about to say, I wonder if that was gonna ping like someone in Monarch somewhere.
Are we about to meet Kurt Russell?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't even know who that is. Is that Wyatt Russell? Or is that just a completely different character?
I don't think this is either of the Russells. G-Day. That's amazing. Oh yeah, we got skull crawlers and Godzilla files. They got everything. This man was leading a triple life. 2 whole families and a Monarch personality.
Oh! Uno reverse card.
Oh, here we go. G-Day +5.
That's my grandmother.
Lore?
she died when he was little.
It's an awfully high quality picture.
Yeah. Oh, they're just ready to hatch.
What are they?
I think these are new. These aren't like the standard Mudos from 2014.
Whoa.
Oh man.
They be strong.
This reminds me of Cloverfield, all the weird like little bug monsters that fall off.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. Whoa. Oh my god.
Oh my god. What?
Oh, she actually just died. Oh my god.
I guess that makes sense because they said that she died when they were little.
Yeah, I thought that just
and
would
then
have
it
been another lie or
immediately panned to
something.
that. Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's awful.
Ugh.
Oh, it's
what a way
right.
to go, dragged by like 500
Ew,
killer
dude.
bug mutos and dragged into the Hollow Earth.
Ew.
Oh my god. Well, that was pretty cool.
I mean, like, yeah. Is this I was skeptical,
Yeah.
but is this show actually good?
That's what I'm wondering. There's been barely any monster stuff, but I'm still like really hooked.
Like, I'm thinking it might be okay.
I really love this world that they've put together. Like,
I agree. Like, it very much kind of, I wouldn't say we're fully back in the 2014 tone,
Yeah.
but we're super, it is a completely different shift.
This feels back to a like lived in world.
Yes.
Weird shadow government organizations, lots of just weird secrets being kept. Nobody knows what's going on.
No Mecha Godzilla, no.
Yeah. No King Kong axe stuff.
Yeah, King Kong boxing Godzilla on an aircraft carrier. This is like, I don't know. I'm hesitant. I'm skeptical, but
because there's still like 7 episodes or however many to mess it up if they wind up doing
this
that.
is true.
But like,
this is true. They could blow it up in the next episode. But
they could. But this feels like the continuation of 2014 that I wanted like nearly a decade ago.
Yeah. More so just listening and giving us what we want versus, oh, let's go absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I'm surprised they even went back to a tone like this with the previous 3 movies after 2014. Like, you know, a majority of this universe has been lighthearted, kind of campy, a little goofy at times. It takes itself kind of seriously, but like not to the extent of this. So I'm surprised they even like went back to try to do this again when most people are already familiar with aircraft carrier fights and like Mordor Hollow Earth type stuff with giant temples and axes and anti-gravity stuff. So it
honestly, it could be the bridge that's really needed.
It could be. I'd be curious if they try to bridge those two tonal differences a little bit in this.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, and I'm definitely.
Yeah.
I like that they like killed someone too, because that's like, oh, this is real.
Well,
you know, like
you get a character that dies, and in the San Francisco flashback, whole bus of kids is just gone off.
Oh my
the Golden
god,
Gate
that
Bridge.
was ridiculous.
I don't think even the 2014 movie had the balls to show that kind
No.
of stuff. Like they showed buses
No.
getting off the bridge, but no, people
They showed
actually
everybody.
die.
Yeah, they showed everybody surviving by like the skin of their teeth, except like military guys. They all just got bodied.
Yeah.
I hope that dog on the beach during the tsunami in Hawaii lived.
Oh my god, dude, there's no way that dog lived. I'm telling you that. As much as I want it to be the case.
I'm gonna pretend because we never saw it. But no, I mean that was really good.
Yeah, this is like, I'm legitimately. I mean, you know, the thing with Godzilla and kaiju movie people, a lot of the time, I think, is they're always like, less humans, more monsters. But I think something like this is really what goes to show, like, you know, you can write interesting human characters and still have some cool monster stuff, even if, well, like, monster stuff in this episode, maybe like 2 minutes total or something.
Oh, dude, my jaw was on the floor when they finally showed Godzilla.
He looks so good.
It looks incredible
amazing.
for a TV show. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Like,
Awesome.
comparing some of the stuff in this to what I've seen in like some of the Marvel shows or even Star Wars shows, like, I'm
Mhm.
impressed that a Godzilla show looks this good.
Yeah, they it seems like they really gave it the money.
Gave it the
They
money,
gave it the
and
money that
I
it
think
needed.
because they're using it so sparingly, like, oh, you get a couple seconds of Godzilla here, you get a couple seconds of some other monster here. It actually, like, they're allowed to kind of let those moments become larger than life spectacles
Right.
and look really, really amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm genuinely curious, like, all the mystery. I'm curious if this is going to lead into Monarch kind of going public, so to say, because I think that's one of the more interesting lore transitions between 2014 and King of the Monsters for me. Is in between those two movies, at some point or another, Monarch basically like announces themselves to the world. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, we exist. We're taking care of monsters and stuff, so people know about it.
Well, we're trying to take care of monsters.
Yeah,
rather.
they're trying.
They're not succeeding.
Yeah. But I'm curious if this is going to kind of lead into some revelation. Maybe the characters, like, they find all these secrets out about their dad, and that eventually, like, leads them
I think
to be
he's
like, you know,
alive.
that it feels like it has to be the case. I'm
Yeah.
thinking he went to Skull Island. If he flew into a
Hard
storm,
read. He's alive.
yeah. So
So
I'm sure we're gonna go to a lot more interesting locations in the coming episodes if we're already
yeah,
like, on somewhat of a globe-trotting adventure between the past and the present.
yeah, for sure. We're definitely gonna hopefully get some more expanded lore, and at the same time, kind of answering all these questions that we've had going from 2014 to King of the Monsters and Skull Island. I mean, Skull Island was good. I don't have any
Yeah, it was
issues
good.
with Skull Island.
Skull Island.
The only
is-
issue I really have is with the difference between 2014 to King of the Monsters, and then especially King of the Monsters to
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Kong.
One thing I'll be interested to see more from a Godzilla nerd perspective is if they're going to address the comics at all, because there's a lot of comics and graphic novels that don't totally bridge the gap, but they're like, here's these little snippets of events that transpired in between some of these movies. So I'll be curious if they, because like one of them explains why Godzilla's spines look totally different in King of the Monsters Onward versus 2014, which is like, oh, he was in some battle with the kaiju and it ripped them off.
Yeah.
And they just regrew in a new shape. So
Of course you've read those.
Well, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You see the room behind me?
What else do I have
do I
to
look like
do?
someone that wouldn't read them?
Right.
But yeah, that's all the stuff that I'm curious about. But yeah, this is a genuinely like Godzilla monster stuff aside, this is a good show even like on its own. It doesn't even need the legs of the monsterverse to prop itself up. This is really interesting stuff. Like all the performances are great.
Yeah, the acting is fantastic. It looks great. The writing's good.
Yeah.
There isn't really any complaints I have after episode 1.
Yeah.
I'm very optimistic. So
same.
We do have a second one to go straight into.
That is true.
Which is nice. So, you want to just do that?
Let's do that.
All right. Well, before we get into the second episode, we just want to say hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you enjoyed, again, that second episode's coming out very shortly after this one, so that notification bell ensures you are able to click on that video right when it goes live. We also have a Patreon link in the description below where you can get full-length reactions to everything on the channel, including this reaction, and early access to select shows, and a link to join our free Discord where you can come and talk about kaiju stuff, and links to our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Check all those out. We'll see you guys very soon for the second episode.
See ya.